Now we just got through talking about the first game, the Utah Jazz with the victory over New Orleans Pelicans. But at this time, I want to send a shout out to the brothers that ain't down there, okay? And that would consist of the Atlanta Hawks, the Charlotte Hornets, the Chicago Bulls, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Detroit Pistons, and Golden State Warriors, Minnesota Timberwolves, and the New York Knicks. These are the 8 teams that are not in the bubble.
I'm going to take a shot for them.
Now, these teams are not in the bubble, but nonetheless, I want to send a shout out to them. See you guys next year. Okay?
In the bubble again.
Maybe so. They say they are already considering that if they have to do the bubble, they already considering that they will do it again. Yeah, we don't get a grip on this.
Yeah, from presentation.
It's a great presentation. The stage play looks great.
The NBA bubble stage play.
Yeah. Later on that night, first night of the bubble being open, the Lakers and Clippers matched off. Now, I don't believe the Lakers. This was the first time the Lakers defeated the Clippers this season.
Second time. So they lost on opening night. They lost the second time they played. Third time Lakers pulled it out, and then they won this time. Remember, the second time they lost, that's when LeBron got the ball knocked out of his hand trying to shoot the three, and Pat Beverly knocked it out.
So that night in particular, the Lakers looked like they was ready to play. They looked like they had been looking forward to getting back up with the Clippers in this game. The Clippers missing a few key bodies. But, I mean, it didn't take away from the game. I mean, I think Kawhi got a little early foul trouble in the beginning, I believe. Yeah. But I think overall, it was a nicely played game, real physical. I like seeing these two teams match up because it's one of the 3 best matchups throughout the league. And when you get the Lakers and Clippers match up now, it's a really good basketball game. Davis came out on fire after it was skeptical that he would not play at all. They even said that he was going to be wearing some goggles. I thought I was going to see.
I saw a picture of
Kareem Abdul-Davis. You know what I'm saying? But he went out, no eyewear, and gave him what, 34?
34, and that stretch in the third quarter when the Clippers was trying to run away and hide, he kept the Lakers connected to the Clippers, so we could have a game at the end. And without him in that third quarter, I think it's a wrap for the Lakers.
Now, in my opinion, they leaned. I think LeBron deferred.
Well, LeBron didn't shoot well either. He was like 8 out of 17, 8 out of 19, something like that. But
I believe he deferred to Anthony Davis that night. They got the win. That's the crucial thing. As we go forward, I want to see. I mean, with the long layoff, I believe it was a gift and a curse to LeBron. The reason why I say it was a gift because he got a chance to rest his body. A curse because you get a little rusty.
Yeah.
But you still want to be tagged as the best in the league. So now, or the best in the world. So we got these 8 games, and I want to see if in the 8 games, if we see one LeBron in the first 8 and another LeBron in the playoffs. So I'm not gonna pass judgment on LeBron right now.
On the 8,
all I can see is that night, opening night, looked like he deferred a little bit. Probably didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but the bottom line is they got the win. Okay, AD came to play.
But we gotta give Bron some clutch credit because Bron had a big layup down the stretch, like in the clutch. Drove by, I forget who was defending, went by, got the right hand layup. I was like, good move, Bron. And he only shooting like 68% from the free throw line, so that ain't really his thing to attack the basket in the clutch because he don't want to go to that line.
Yeah.
So he had a big basket there, and then even on the putback that he got, the shot he took was fluky. I know he was trying to get a foul, and then he got the putback. I guess we can count that as a game winner, but just him taking the shot.
Yeah.
I give him credit for that.
I mean, I think in that situation, sometimes in the midst of a game, you get put in a position where you can't help but to make the best play. And it probably wasn't drawn up like that.
Because he was trying to get a foul.
Yeah, but he was just in position to make the best possible play.
Yeah.
And That's how LeBron plays the game. He don't always impose his will on the game, but he will try and make the best play. Bottom line is, it looked like the Lakers were motivated that night. They won the game. They got the victory. You know what I'm saying? Good start to the bubble.
And he shut down Paul George and Kawhi on that last possession. Remember?
Yeah.
Kawhi tried to, get a mid-range jumper. He shut that down. Then the switch came. He picked up Paul George. But I'll just say this. I knew Paul George wasn't going to hit that shot.
Okay.
Paul George, he's good for, hitting big shots to, keep the game close or something like that. But to make these shots, I knew he wasn't going to make it.
Well, from the opening tap, it just looked like I said again, it looked like the Lakers was just more motivated to play the game. I think Kawhi got a little frustrated with some calls that was made early.
Especially early, yeah.
But bottom line is, and I think Doc Rivers even said it at halftime. He came at halftime and he said the bottom line is you can talk about the rust factor and the being familiar with each other. He said, but the bottom line is they are playing harder than we are.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and that's what happened. And they almost gave it up, but they got out. The Lakers got out of it with the win.
I mean, they won by 103, 101. Yeah, AD 34, 4 and 8, Bron 16, 7 and 11. He almost had a triple double. Not too bad. And then Deion Waiters had 11 points, even though I'm not really a Deion Waiters fan of him being on the Lakers. They got the same guy.
When you score 11 points on a winning team, come on. Hey, you win by 2. Them big. That's a big 11. That's a big 11 points.
JR didn't give him nothing. He had 0.
Well, you can't. This is his first game back in the league. We're gonna be a little lenient with JR. When the playoffs start, okay, we'll see. We'll see how many minutes he get, how critical he used the minutes. But he seems to have his shot for the considerable amount of time that he's been away from the game. In the scrimmage games, I seen him shoot the ball particularly well. So let's give him some time. Let's give him some time, because I think some of these guys may be preserving themselves a little bit for a playoff run. And, under these circumstances, in the bubble, who knows how these guys are approaching this. So, Lakers, Clippers. Lakers get the first one in the bubble. This might be a Western Conference Finals matchup.
Oh, 100%.
This might be one.
Unless, and you just throw this out there, unless the Clippers just don't take these the 8 games seriously and they fall to the 3rd, 4th seed.
Yeah, well, I would like to see these two teams match up in the West.
Because it's the NBA championship, to be for real.
Yeah. Well, Milwaukee might have something to say about that.